Strike three called. Blew him away with a fastball.
Why not?
Check swing and diving is Bauer. He'll get up and throw him out.
Anytime you make a trade. And another breaking ball.
Baez back to work on Duvall for 1-2. Struck him out. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And how about Trevor Bauer?
How about Trevor Bauer? Oh my. I don't even. Guys. What just happened? Trevor Bauer to the Dodgers. This is done. Everybody's got it out there. This is one of those things where, I mean, wow. It looked like it was the Mets. Everything was pointing Mets. It was Mets. I believed it was the Mets, but I was saying earlier, if he wants to win a title, the layup to the championship is to go to the Dodgers. It's going to be an easier regular season for the most part, and they were just there. They just won. This is a big one. I feel for my Mets fans. I feel for you guys. I know a lot of you guys that are in the chat, a lot of Mets fans. I feel for Wardy. I feel bad for Scuffy and for Giraffe Neck Mark and Tony Metro and Mets. Like all the Mets fans, I'm sorry for you guys. This feels like, gotta feel like the rug is just ripped out from underneath you. Because, I mean, even we saw on the account that you could get an autographed Mets hat, right? You could get an autographed Mets hat like an hour ago. The LGM thing, this whole thing has been just fascinating. So it is the Dodgers. There's so much to unpack with this. I'm waiting to see. Okay, first off, same rules apply. If you see something on Twitter, we are live, send it to me. I want to see what it is. Passing. NL Cy Young Award winner Trevor Bauer and the LA Dodgers are in agreement on a deal. Sources confirmed to ESPN. John Heyman was the first to tweet about it about 10 minutes ago. So he is going to the Dodgers. LA Dodger fans, if you're in here, be heard. This is this is the ultimate answer, right? For everything that the Padres did, every move the Padres made, the Dodgers just answered that and then some. That National League West is going to be absolutely insane. Again, I'm feeling for my Mets fans. Yes, Bob Nightingale. Did Nightingale kill the deal? Or Rachel Luba has also tweeted, it feels good to be a Dodger. Or what did she tweet? Rachel Luba, so excited for the next chapter with the Dodgers, Trevor Bauer. I am shocked that he didn't go live for this. How did he get scooped by Heyman and everybody? I got to think that he wanted to break this. He doesn't get to break it. It's all over the place. Now he's going to have some anticlimactic video on his YouTube channel. But Dodger fans, get hyped. Get hyped. Hit the like. Dodgers fan, like. You got to feel good about this. Again, sorry to the Mets fans, but Dodger fans, this is a big one. Dodgers fan, this is a good place for you to be right now. We are celebrating Trevor Bauer to the Dodgers. Let's go. This is a big one for you guys. Dodger fans, come on in. We are having a Dodgers celebration, a party, if you will, for him going to LA, really surprising the Mets. If you see something on Twitter, because this is what we need to know next, we need to know what the deal is. Is it a 1-year deal? Is it a 2-year deal? What are the dollars? But what we do know is that rotation is nasty. Look at this rotation. I should take potential out there, but, Robert still has to get it all figured out and everything. This is Kershaw, Buehler, Bauer, Price going to play, Urias, May. This is it. You get into a playoff series. If the NLCS is Dodgers and Padres, and you've got Kershaw, Bauer, and Buehler going up against Snell and Lamet and Darvish, they're going to go head to head. The Dodgers made the move to counter everything the Padres have done. So go Dodgers here. Again, this is a good place for you Dodger fans because we are celebrating Trevor Bauer to the Dodgers. Listen, David Price, I not a lot of David Price fans, I'm sure, but with that salary, he's going to start. Unfortunately, he'll start in place of Urias or May. But this is a big one, guys. You should be excited. Dodger fans should be pumped about this one. This is the ultimate surprise, the ultimate twist. Everybody thought it was the Mets. Everybody did. This is so shocking how this went down. But for you Dodger fans, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Let's go Dodgers. Right on. Dodger fans that are in here, hit that like, pound that like for show your support for this move. This is big one. John Duke back to back and a killer to the Padres. Exactly. This answers everything that the Padres did. The Padres went out and got, they made those moves for Darvish and Snell. And who cares? If you're a Dodger fan, you don't care. This was a very interesting situation because the whole time it really felt like it was the Dodger fans were kind of sort of casual about this. It was like, you know what? Okay, if he comes, great, but I'm not going to lose sleep. Mets fans were losing sleep over this thing. The Mets are looking at this as like, this is what we need to do. And Mets fans, I feel for you. The Springer situation, now the Bauer situation, you're still going to get some guys. I think Jake Odorizzi's next up, and I think the Mets go get Jake Odorizzi. Mets are still in a good place with Carrasco and DeGrom, and you get Thor back. So the Mets will be okay. But this Dodgers rotation, pound for pound, yes, the Dodgers rotation is sick. Look at it. We'll put it up again just to fawn over it. Kershaw, Bauer, Buehler. You got Price at the 4, Urias there, May knocking on the door, Gonsolin knocking on the door. I want to know what the deal is. So if you see something, tweet it at me. Tweet it at me. And Trevor Bauer does have a video. Phil, thank you for that. Phil, a member. Thank you for sending that. He does have an official announcement on his YouTube page, My New Home. So he's got that up. You're going to want to check out Trevor Bauer's video from his YouTube channel. But the Dodgers are it. This is it for the Dodgers. They get it done. You got to like it. You got to like it. Dodger fans, real quick for about 20 seconds, let's take a look at your Let's take a look at your new pitcher.
Picking up right where he left off the ball up today.
And that's strike 3 called. Blew him away with a fastball.
Why not? Little check swing and diving is Bauer. He'll get up and throw him out.
Struck him out. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And how about Trevor Bauer?
How about Trevor Bauer indeed? What a move. What a spin job. Mets fans, you're going to call it a troll job. He left us guessing. Sherman King, thank you for the super chat. Now we just need to, I got to get this graphic out of the way. I see you. I'm coming back to you. Let me get to that. Again, thank you. Now we just need to re-sign Justin Turner. Turner needs to be re-signed. Well, what's the price tag on Bauer? What is the price tag on Bauer? And is that going to prevent you from bringing Justin Turner back? I felt like this whole Bauer ordeal is the only reason why that he wasn't back yet, that Justin Turner wasn't back with the Dodgers, because the money that they're going to be throwing to Bauer is the money that they were, maybe saving for Justin Turner. So we kind of got to see how much money this is. It doesn't look like it's out yet. If anybody sees it come out, I want you guys to tweet it at me. Tweet it at me. What is the dollar amount? We knew what the dollar amount on the table was from the Mets. So is it more? Is he going to get more than $40 million from the Dodgers? And is it a 1-year deal? Is it a 2-year deal? That's it. And yes, anybody hopping in, you might hear the kids. It's all good. They are around. It's all good. They might even make an appearance. Who knows? But we are celebrating Trevor Bauer to the Dodgers. This is a good one. How many years right side up? We're waiting. That is the next piece of information that needs to drop. That's really kind of what we're waiting for, is how many years and how much money. I'm looking. Sportsnet just has that there was a deal to come and more to come is what they're saying, right? That's where we're at. We are at more to come. That is the situation that we're in. Again, anybody just hopping in, Dodgers fans, this is a celebration for you guys bringing in the Cy Young from the 2020 season. Just a great move. I hope that we get to hear about how this all went down. I really want to hear about how it went down. I'm sure Trevor's going to tell that story. I'm sure there's going to be behind the scenes, that whole thing. He's very transparent. I want to see how this all went down. I want to see what he went through, the decision-making process, the whole thing. I definitely want to see the whole thing. Here's some more, again, of your pitcher.
Anytime you'd make a trade.
And another breaking ball.
Due to Baez.
Back to work on Duvall, the 1-2.
Breaking ball. Development. Position to be in.
And a called strike 3.
He was just great last year. He really was great. You can argue the competition wasn't up to snuff, but at the end of the day, you gotta beat the teams that you're supposed to beat, and he did that. He went out and pitched well against the opponent that he was supposed to beat, and he got it done. So yes, Anthony, I think you got a pretty good shot at heading back to the World Series, because the Padres did everything they could to put together a roster that is going to make a run and try to compete with the Dodgers for the World Series. And the Dodgers, in my opinion, just snuffed that out. So it is Dodgers. So here's a word from Passan. Trevor Bauer and the Dodgers are in agreement on a 3-year deal that has an opt-out after years 1 and 2. So he gets his deal with the Dodgers, and it's going to be opt-out. He can get out at any time. But for the dollars that are going to be attached to that deal, I have a feeling he's going to be there for 3 years. Still waiting on the dollars, but now we have the deal. It is an opt-out, a 3-year deal with an opt-out after every year. So he's not going to take that opt-out. Are you kidding me? Only way he takes that opt-out is if he pitches better in 2021 than he did in 2020. That money's going to be there. So that's a big one. 3-year deal, Papa. It is a 3-year deal with those opt-outs. Looking for the money. Again, if you see something, we'll put this up for anybody that might be new coming in. If you see something, say something. Send it to me on Twitter. I am following the big guys. Oh, here we go. Mark Feinstein has it. $102 million for 3 years. 102 for 3. He has an opt-out after each of his first 2 years. $40 million. Woo! $40 million in 2021. $45 million in 2022. That's amazing. That means he's going to opt out after year 2. If 85 of that 102 is in the first 2 years, Trevor Bauer is going to opt out after 2 years. That'll drop that down to $18 million. He's not going to play for $18 million for year 3. So he'll be 2 years with the Dodgers. I think that's a safe bet to assume. And again, the Dodgers are in position now to be there. It's going to be that West. That West is going to be crazy. I feel bad. Any Mets fans that are here, I feel for you. I have a feeling we're going to need to start up a support group for the Mets fans, because this is just, again, Mets, you've got to feel like you got trolled here. This is an ultimate surprise job. Anybody following any Dodger players on Instagram or on Twitter, if you see something from the Dodgers players, tweet it at me. I'd love to know. We know Walker Buehler wanted Trevor Bauer to come on over. Let's see if Walker Buehler has said anything anywhere about the potential deal. We don't have anything from Trevor Bauer recently here anyways. So if you see something, say something. Find me on Twitter and definitely say something. And here's the other piece to this. Moving forward, some of these other moves, you're going to see a lot of guys sign now. I have a feeling this Trevor Bauer deal was preventing a lot of deals from happening. So the Jake Odorizzi deal, Mike Fultonevich, who just signed with the Rangers. Thank you, Kyle. If you see something, say something. Send it to me on Twitter. You're going to see a lot of deals go down now. What happens? What does this mean for Justin Turner? Dodgers fans, what does this mean for Justin Turner? Is Justin Turner coming back, or is that something where they got to let him go and they got to roll with Rios or Lux? They can move Muncy over to third base and Lux can play second. There's so much versatility on this team. I kind of feel like this might mean, we just recently we had all the rumors about Turner and the Brewers. Maybe there's fire with that smoke. Maybe that's the next deal for Justin Turner is with the Brewers. Maybe, I don't know. How is there any more money for Justin Turner after this deal? Any Dodgers fans that are in the house, hit the 1 if you are going to miss Justin Turner. Hit the 2 if you don't care because it's Trevor Bauer season. 1 if you're going to miss Turner because I really don't see how both come back. 2 if you don't care and it's Trevor Bauer season. Dodgers fans, be heard. And again, Dodgers fans that are in here, hit that like if you are pumped for Trevor Bauer coming to the Dodgers. Hit that like, Dodgers fans. Let the world know. Let everybody know how excited you are for this deal to go down. I just have a feeling that it's the Dodgers now are going to cruise. I know you wanted them. Anybody that's checking out the channel, any Dodgers fans that maybe you saw me World Series time, we talked a lot, Dodgers fans, back during World Series time. We talked a little bit about Nolan Arenado a while back. We're back talking about Trevor Bauer because this is a big one. MVP, I see you. You're doing some stuff. Right on. MVP's doing some things. I'll give you a quick shout out and we can move on from that in the chat. Right on, my friend? All right, let's do that. So what is the expectation for Trevor Bauer? Let's talk about that for a hot minute. Let's look at his projection for 2021. This is Trevor Bauer's projection for the season. Get this out of the way. 13 wins, 203 innings, 251 Ks, a 3.17 ERA, and a 109 whip. What do you think? Comment in the chat. 1 over, 2 under, 3 looks good. Let us know. Kyle, what price is a Dodger anymore? I think, are they going to make that? I don't know if they make that trade. I don't think anybody wants David Price's salary. I don't think anybody wants David Price's salary at this point. I'd be shocked. I would really be surprised if anybody took. Why would anybody bail the Dodgers out right now? I don't know if anybody would want to bail them out. So big move here. Big move, exciting day for the Dodgers. A disappointing day for Mets fans. And Mets fans, I feel for you. This has turned out to be such an offseason of promise. The talk about LeMahieu and then Springer and then Bauer, and it just hasn't worked out. But I don't think that you guys are going to sit on the sidelines. I'm sure there's going to be more there. But the big one, the big news, it is Trevor Bauer to the Dodgers. The Bauer is bringing it to L.A., says it's good to be home. That's where his home was. The Mets were concerned. There was the report earlier that there was that deadline. Mets didn't want to be used in this whole situation. I kind of start to feel like that might have been what happened. Would love to hear from some Mets folks who have some knowledge if the Mets feel used right now, because it looked like it was going. Looks like it was happening. And it didn't happen. So here he goes to the Dodgers. This is a big day for the Dodgers. Dodgers fans, again, get hyped. This is your day now. Kind of out of nowhere, this is your day. Exactly, Justin. The Mets offseason so far is not a total loss. That Lindor deal was great. Bringing Kraskman is great. The Mets are still going to be fighting in that East, but the Dodgers with this move, they are set up to be. They're going for it. This is World Series back-to-back. That's what they want to do. $40 million year one, $45 million in year 2 with the opt-outs. So this is going down. The rotation, the Dodgers rotation, again, let's just look at that one more time. I mean, come on. This is just outstanding. Word is the Mets offered more money than the Dodgers, but Bauer preferred the front-loaded deal. Again, 40 and then 45 for Bauer. So this is the rotation, though. You're going to tell me you're going to throw out Kershaw, Bauer, and Buehler. When you get to the playoffs, because all of this is about October, right? They are going to be in October baseball, and it's about how do you match up against your opponents come October. And they are in position now to do very well, right? You walk into a series with the Padres, and they're throwing out Snell and Darvish and Lamet and Paddock, and I could go on. You probably feel a little bit of heat there. But if you're answering with Kershaw and Bauer and Buehler and Urias, you feel pretty good about that, because the Dodgers lineup, the Padres lineup is great. The Dodgers lineup is a little bit better. Gonsolin's in the bullpen. Gonsolin is in the bullpen. Or Jason with a call, maybe there's a trade. Maybe Gonsolin gets dealt. You got to start to think about some of the guys that now become expendable for a couple of years. Do they do something to make this year's team even better? I don't know. But I got to think that this This rotation, I've been talking about it on the channel for weeks now. The World Series contenders, the teams that want to put themselves up there in that discussion of a World Series hopeful, need to have 2 aces at the top. The Padres have 2 aces at the top. The Yankees will have 2 aces at the top come October. The Mets, with Bauer and DeGrom, that's 2 for them. You got to think they're going to hope that it really works out with Thor or Carrasco. The Dodgers now, they don't have just 2. They have potentially 3 aces at the top with Kershaw, Bauer, and Buehler. Bauer has to pitch up to his, what we've seen recently. Now, if Bauer regresses into what he was before, all bets are off. And that's why it's great that the Dodgers are only in this thing for 2 years. Because if he reverts back and he's got an ERA of 4, no. Nobody wants that. What you want is that guy that's going to have an ERA in the 2s or at very worst, the low 3s. The Dodgers are in a great position. I've been saying this for weeks on the channel. I would not want to go down the road with Trevor Bauer for 4 or 5 years. I would like to do this 1 or 2 year, 3 year max situation because, again, if he reverts back, you're fine. Dodgers fans, you're in here. This is great. This is cake at this point, right? This team is set to go back and repeat without Trevor Bauer. This is cake. This is Trevor Bauer going to the Dodgers, going home, wants to win a World Series. We talked about it earlier that Trevor Bauer going to the Dodgers, it's a layup to get back to the World Series, and it's his best chance. If he wants to win a title, the Dodgers were his best chance. The Mets, it was going to be a drag all season long. That National League East was going to be ridiculous, is going to be ridiculous. And now with the Dodgers, he's going to get through this thing. And for the most part, it's going to be good. So I feel like we got a good situation here for the Dodgers. This is going to be a nice time for the LA Dodgers as they now put themselves in position to take that West, go to the World Series. All of that it's right. They're staring at it. They are looking right at that now. They, in my mind, were the favorites to represent the National League in the World Series before this move. Now I think that they get it. I think the Dodgers they will be my World Series pick. No doubt about it. I'm not a Dodger fan. I'm a Toronto Blue Jay fan. For anybody that's new in here, just finding the channel for the first time, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not a national. I'm not a Padre fan. I'm not a Mets fan. I like the Dodgers. I certainly like the Dodgers. And when the Dodgers are good, that's good for baseball. So this was just a big one. Polar Bear Pete, I feel for you, man. Again, Mets fans, I'm sorry. This is a tough one. This is a blow. But for Dodgers fans, this is celebration time. You guys are ready to go. You Darvish, I would probably say yes. You Darvish better than Bauer, right? No doubt. I would say that. But you Darvish will be going up against Walker Buehler or Clayton Kershaw in a series. You'll have Trevor Bauer going up against Blake Snell or Dinelson Lamet. So this is all shaping up to be a nice time for the Dodgers. And again, good for them. Go for it. Let's do this. Everybody that's in the chat, Dodgers fans, everybody that's happy with how this went, hit that like. We are just shy of 100 likes. Let's blow past that thing. How far past 100 likes can we get? Dodgers fans, hit that like. If you're here hanging out, maybe you don't have a dog in the fight. Like I don't have a dog in the fight, but this is just awesome. Like the surprise, the drama with this whole thing was fantastic. It was good for baseball. Baseball's been on the radar because of this. Hit that like if you're into this, if you're pumped. Again, regardless, if you have a dog in the fight or not, you are good to go with this. Hit that like. Let's blow past 100 likes. There we are. We're at 133. Keep going. Keep going. How far can we get? Can we get to 150? This is my son, by the way. He's hanging out with me. Yeah, you're good to go, buddy. You got enough to go for a little while. He's going to hang out on his tablet while we talk baseball. This is we are at 130. Let's go. 150. How high can we get? Everybody that's hanging out here, this is a big one. Lava. Here's the deal. If anybody's seeing anything on moves that are coming after the fact, I need you to do something for me because anybody can say anything in here, and it really just again, anybody can say anything. Somebody can say Trevor Bauer's going to the moon. And again, unless you send me a tweet where NASA has tagged him and is confirming it. I'm not going to believe it. So I need you to, if you see something, say something. Jim Riley Live on Twitter. Follow me over there. Send me what you're seeing. If you're seeing anything from Dodgers players, what are you seeing from Mets players? What's Thomas Nido? Thomas Nido and Trevor May were out on their social media accounts tweeting about this. I'm really curious to see what some of them are thinking. What are the Dodgers players saying? What are you hearing locally? We've got the dollars now. We've got the terms now. Wondering what are some of the domino effects, because that is kind of in line. Like, what is going to go on next? How many implications does this have? What does this mean for Justin Turner, folks? It was a few weeks ago. It looked like Justin Turner was close to re-signing, right? Wasn't that the word we got a few weeks ago? Justin Turner close to coming back to the Dodgers, and then that just quieted down real quick. Quieted down around the same time that the Trevor Bauer news picked up. So are those two connected? Is Trevor Bauer and Justin Turner, are those two connected, which might mean Justin Turner is going to end up in Milwaukee? William, thank you for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate that. How do you think the rest of the NL teams, Mets, Braves, counter to try to keep up with the Dodgers? I think the Mets are going to go out and make a full court press for Jake Odorizzi. I think James Paxton's teams could expand. I think the Braves go hard to bring Marcell Ozuna back. No doubt about it. This will have some effects moving forward, because now you got to compete with that. There is a big giant, and it's the LA Dodgers, and that's who you got to try to beat. So if you're a World Series hopeful, you have to go and look at that lineup, and you have to look at your lineup and have an honest conversation with yourself. Are we good enough to beat the Dodgers? That's it. Padres, great job. It's going to be fun to watch the Padres this year, but the Padres are not going to get over the Dodgers. So teams have to look, and they have to say, do we have a chance? Can we honestly beat the Dodgers? That's what they need to have that conversation with themselves about. And I think that the Mets are just going to have to they're going to have to go out and get Jake. They need to get another rotation piece. You're going to have to try to emulate the Dodgers. That's what you're going to have to do. Yes, good thing the Jays are not in the National League. To my Blue Jay fans that are here, we're going to try to get the best team we can. But with what the Dodgers are doing this year, listen, if we make it to the World Series, if we can make some moves for that pitching, the Blue Jays are a team that really could look at this and say, okay, we got to step up our efforts. Like, we want to meet them in the World Series, and we just don't want to meet them in the World Series. We want to beat them in the World Series. So maybe the Blue Jays step things up, and they pick up the phone and they get serious about some of the trades that they've been rumored in. A lot of teams are going to have that discussion. A lot of teams are going to look at themselves and say, we got to step things up. I don't think the Padres can do any more than they've already done. But you could see, again, the Mets might want to step something up. The Braves want to step something up. I think the White Sox have peaked. I don't think they can do anything else. You might see the Yankees do something. The Yankees, whoever wants to face the Dodgers in the World Series is going to have to make a move, because right now the Dodgers would beat anybody that they would face in the World Series, hands down. Kyle, I'm with you. I hope they do. They've still got some money to spend. And Mets, I'm sure they're going to move on to the next piece. The Mets could make a trade. Talked about it. Why don't the Mets pick, any Mets fans, if you're looking for hope that they pick up the phone, call the Cincinnati Reds, go get Eugenio Suarez and Sonny Gray. Okay? I was saying this yesterday on Wardy NYM's channel, that I think that if the Mets made the trade for Suarez and Sonny Gray, they would be in better position than just bringing in Trevor Bauer. So go do that trade. Papa, potentially, maybe. I am adding some mods. We could talk about that potentially. You can't spam Papa mod and then get a mod. You know the rules. 2 times and then that's it. But I'll give you maybe. So this is big. I know the Dodgers haters are going to be out. Anybody that hates the Dodgers, Padres fans, it really is. It's like, man, I thought we had done what we needed to do to get over the Dodgers, and then the Dodgers pulled this. I mean, just kind of out of nowhere too, right? It just seems like this sort of popped up within the last week or two that the Dodgers were even in on it. It was the Blue Jays. It was the Mets. It was maybe the Padres on a 1-year deal. The Dodgers probably heard that and were like, well, okay, we're going to pick up the phone and make a phone call here, because we're not going to allow that to happen. No, sir. So the Dodgers go out and get it done. Watching Twitter to see if there's any new information. Let's see. We've got just a lot of reaction to this deal. Let's see. Let's see. So there's no new information. I will say, guys, keep an eye out over the next, 24 hours, because I feel like there will be a flurry of moves as a result of this deal. I think a lot of stuff was hung up. I have a feeling that Odorizzi was hung up. I have a feeling there were just a lot of deals hung up, because a guy like Odorizzi will say, okay, take my numbers. Let's prorate it, comp it, whatever. This is how much I'm worth. If he just got $40 million, then I'm worth $20 million. Anybody that wants to pay Jake Odorizzi $20 million would be nuts. But something like that, something to that effect, I could see happening. Again, if you see something, just throwing it out in the chat isn't enough. I need you guys to on Twitter, tweet it at me. Let me know. That's what it is. If you see something, say something. I want you guys to do that. You guys are my lookouts. You guys are my beat reporters. If you see something, say something on Twitter. We see some people talking about, should the Jays go after David Price? I don't want that. I don't want that salary. I don't think the Dodgers would do that trade and eat any of that salary. So I think David Price is going to be hanging out with the Dodgers for another season. That salary is insane. He's $30 million for a couple years. I don't want that. I don't want to deal with that. I don't know what team would want to do that. If you do that for the Mets, then you're bailing them out, and that frees up money. That frees up money for the Dodgers to go bring Justin Turner back. If you're the opponent, a team hoping to face the Dodgers in the World Series, you're not going to go get David Price. You're not going to do that, because you want them saddled with that contract so that they are prevented from making any moves. I think the Dodgers are done. I'd be shocked. I mean, Justin Turner, maybe he makes a concession to come back and win another World Series. Maybe Justin Turner signs for 1 year, $1 million, signs for the league minimum just to win a World Series. They have a lot of $30 million players, and they got Seager coming up. They're going to have to pay Seager. I think they'll figure that out. But that is it. J.R. Rivera, let's go blue. Again, we are celebrating the Dodgers making this happen. This is all excitement here. I feel bad for the Mets. I feel bad for my Mets subscribers and followers and everything. I feel bad for you guys. We'll talk about that another day. This is a celebration for the Dodgers. Jay should sign Taijuan Walker. I would love that. I wonder if he is another reason why, maybe the Blue Jays wanted Jake Odorizzi, right? We don't even use the Blue Jays as an example, but let's say Team X wanted Jake Odorizzi. Well, Jake Odorizzi was waiting for the market to be set by Bauer. Now his market is set. So Jake Odorizzi is going to go back to the 3 or 4 teams that he's in on, say, this is what I want. And maybe Team X, in this case, we'll call them the Blue Jays, is like, okay, that's too much for me. We're out. Then they move on to Taijuan Walker. There will be a domino effect here. There will most certainly be a domino effect. Martinez, the Mets will be fine. The Mets are going to be fighting for that National League East regardless. They have a great lineup. They have a very nice pitching staff. The Mets will be fine. Hit that like button, guys. What are we at? We need to blow by 200. We are at 169. We are 450 people in here. Let's blow by that 200. How fast can we just pass 200? I want to go like this to 200. Hit that like if you're excited about the Dodgers making this move happen, bringing in the Cy Young from 2020. Dodgers fans, if you feel like you are going to win the World Series now, just set up the parade. Hit that like. Make sure you hit that like. Let's just blow by 200. We're at 189. Let's keep it going. Let's fly by this thing. And again, we're at 193. Let's roll. Let's get over 200 likes. This is a big day. Big day for you Dodger fans. I'm happy for you. I think this, again, we'll look at it one more time just in awe. This rotation is just something. How are you going to compete with this in a World Series, in a 7-game series? You will not see anybody but Kershaw, Bauer, and Buehler. Maybe they throw Urias out there, but I mean, this sets Urias back up to go be that monster out of the bullpen, right? I mean, think about that, because you got your 3 starters to just cruise. This is good. They're going to cruise by it, and we have cruised by 200 likes. So thank you guys. Thank you everybody for getting us over 200 likes as we fly by that. Next up is 300. We'll try for that in a few minutes. But look at this thing again: Kershaw, Bauer, Buehler, and the thing about Price. Anybody that wants to bang on Price and say Price sucks, Matthew, that's too many question marks, my man. We got to put you in timeout for a few minutes. Stay there, hang out 2 times. That's max. And then we gotta cut it. So 5-minute timeout. Sorry, buddy. But stay close. Come back. And again, you can say what you want to say, but we got to do it a couple times. So anyway, and Epic is following suit. So we're gonna shut that down. Dustin May might be the Phillies pitcher of baseball. I'm a fan. Right on. Definitely. This is, again, you're going to have Kershaw, Bauer. Think about this. Remember, let this sink in. Kershaw, Bauer, Buehler in a 7-game series. Then if they want to, they can swing it back to Kershaw if they want to. Or they can go let Price have a chance. Remember how well David Price pitches when it really counts. Remember when he was with the Blue Jays? He was awesome. When he was with the Red Sox and the Red Sox were winning the World Series, they were awesome. When it really counts, David Price steps up. So David Price, big time move. If he stays there and he's your number 4 in a 7-game series, and then you swing it back to Kershaw, Bauer, it's unbelievable. And again, Urias is set up to go back now. He can be the starter during the regular season, and then he can be the monster out of the bullpen again in 2021. So big move for the Dodgers. Dodgers fans, stand up, be proud, be happy. Comment in the chat. It's World Series or bust, right? It is World Series. Everybody in the chat, here we go. One more time. It is, listen, I interact with you guys. Let's play another game. Hit the 1 if the Dodgers are winning the World Series. Hit the 2 if you think not. 1 for the Dodgers winning the World Series. 2 if you think no. So do that. Everybody in the chat. 1s and 2s. 1 for World Series. 2 for no. This has got to be. This is the World Series favorite. This is going to be a. I don't call it a cruise because the Padres are going to be there. But this is the other thing we've been talking about on the channel, and this is why the rotation is so important, because you got to put yourself into position to have depth. So let's say Bauer stinks this year. Let's say Bauer reverts back and he's got an ERA of 4. Okay, well, here's the good news. You got Kershaw and Buehler and Urias and May. You're fine. It's not as much of a risk, right? And if everybody is, let's say Bauer's hurt, or let's say Buehler gets hurt, or Kershaw gets hurt, you've got all of this depth to where you'll be fine moving forward. And that's what's important. You're in position. Let's say the Padres get into the playoffs and you're facing the Padres and they're at full strength, you're good to go. Let's say the Padres get in and they're down a guy. Let's say Lamet's hurt again or Darvish is hurt. You're going to cruise through that. So they put themselves in position really to just, they put themselves in position to win the World Series. And I think that a very safe bet. Welcome in, everybody. A lot of ones. I see some 2s, maybe some 2. I see some 2s, but a lot of 1s. It is definitely a lot of 1s. This is a big one. Big one for the Dodgers fans. You should feel good. Safe 6-5-17. Justin Turner has to be gone. I think so too. Justin Turner was close to resigning like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden that got quiet right around the time when it sounded like the Dodgers started to talk about the Trevor Bauer thing. I think if Bauer went to the Mets, I think Turner was coming back. With this move, I think Turner moves on, probably goes to Milwaukee. Quackenberg is legit hyped. You should be. This is a good one. This is such a great. I mean, for Dodgers fans, great day, great move. You got to feel happy. Congratulations again. This is a Dodger celebration. Come on in. We are celebrating the Dodgers and this move here right now. It was quite a day leading up to this. It looked like it was all going Mets. Nightingale last night with the Mets, and then people jumped on him for that. Then you had today Sherman saying that there was a deadline, and then that deadline passed, and 10 minutes before the deadline, they were saying, no, it's not going to happen. There is no deadline. And then an hour later, all of a sudden, this Mets merch starts to pop up. He's got all of this LGM stuff, and then that gets pulled down, and then his YouTube channel comes down. This has been a movie. This has been a movie, this whole situation. And we would expect nothing less from Trevor Bauer, I got to think. So this is the way it's going to go, and this is a big one. Jackson, Wardy sent you. I feel bad. My man Tyler was just 8 hours yesterday. He's been on 4 hours today. So I think that it's a tough one. All of the Mets fans, all of my Mets fans, my Mets friends, I feel for you. I really hope that something else happens. There's a lot of hope. Ultimately, it's been a fine offseason for the Mets, bringing in Lindor. Any offseason where you bring in Francisco Lindor is a win. So, it's all right. This is good. What if Justin Turner goes to the Mets now? What happens then? What if Justin Turner winds up with the Mets? That'd be insane. Phil, LA trading price brings them right, but I don't think anybody's gonna want to take that money. Let's see. I don't know if anyone's gonna take that money. That's my only thing. If the Blue Jays want to face the Dodgers in the World Series, I don't know if they want to bail the Dodgers out on that $30 million. Because if $30 million goes away, then the Dodgers can say, you know what, now we got some money freed up. We can go do this. So I wouldn't want to do that, quite frankly. Big move here, big move. Trade Grichuk, bring back EE. I know Edwin wants to hang around, get to that 500 home run mark. I don't know if that's going to happen. Evan Joseph, who's Wardy NYM. He had the stream of all streams today. Leading up to this thing, he was the place to be with the Trevor Bauer watch. I think he was over 3,000 at one point, over 3,000 people watching his stream. He was the play. Jay Cruz, thank you for the sub. Anybody that is just subscribing right now, comment in the chat. Let me know. I'd like to welcome you to Ball Cap Sports. I'd like to welcome you to the community that I'm trying to build, and I'd like to thank you. So if you are subscribing during this stream, if you're just finding us, let me know. I'd like to thank you. And let's see, we got a question. Who's the third baseman now? I think it could be Muncy. It could very well be Max Muncy is the third baseman for the Mets. I would think that you would see Muncy at third. You give Lux a chance at second, and that's the rest of the infield is what it is. It's all good. Aaron, thank you for that. Thank you for the sub. Again, anybody that is subscribing today, right now, I would love to give you the thank you. Carlos, thank you for the sub. King J, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. I love to see that just that name, Aaron Sanchez. I would die. Is that Aaron Sanchez, the former Blue Jay pitcher? I don't think so, but regardless, thank you for the sub. Martin Rodriguez, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. You can. Dodgers fans, there will be plenty of Dodgers content throughout the season. I am a Jays fan, so there's going to be some Jays content, but you're going to get a lot of Dodgers content because they're going to be the best team in baseball. There's going to be a lot to talk about. So Dodgers fans, this will be a good place for you to hang out throughout the year. Once we get into the season, a lot going on. You can see the channel. You can see everything we've been done leading up to this. We cover everything here. Let's see. Dodgers legit. Right. They're going to roll. They are going to roll. Rios could play third, Dominic, for sure. Totally. They could definitely be. He could be the third baseman. They got a lot. That's the beauty about this Dodgers team. They're almost ready for this moment with all of the versatility that they have. They're ready for this moment. They definitely could. Pancho loves Jose Bautista. I feel you, buddy. Jose Bautista is one of my favorite all-time Jays. Let's see. Jay should sign Aaron. Remember when he was good? I remember when he was good, but I think those days are done. Let's go, LA. Big LA day. How are we doing here? We are at 230 in the like column. Let's get past 250. Anybody that's here that has not liked it yet, can we blow past 250? We're at 232 right now. Hit that like if you haven't already. We got to offset the dislikes, right? We're the Mets fans that are ticked off about this. They're hitting the dislike. We gotta mute that. We gotta thwart that. So hit that like if you're into this move. Hit that like so we can just make that dislike number basically disappear because we have so many likes on this thing. What's happening on Twitter? Is anything going on Twitter? Is there any news? Is there anything new that's happening on Twitter other than the reaction from the news guys? I really would love to know, what's Walker Buehler saying? What's David Price saying? Is David Price putting his house up for sale? Is that already happening? Somebody check Zillow and see if David Price's house has hit the market. Nothing from David Price. Walker Buehler was silent last I saw him. So here's the deal. If you see something, say something on Twitter. I am there. You guys are my lookouts. That's how we roll when we do this live thing. We just destroyed 250. Thank you guys. We're at 264 and growing. Keeping on the comments. Trevor Bauer, $102 million. Yes, it is $102 million, 3 years, $45 million in year one, $45 million in year one, 40 in year two, and then it's like 18 in year three. So he's done after 2 years. He moves on. And that's good for Dodgers fans, right? That's what you want. You don't want to not be able to re-sign Bellinger or not be able to re-sign Seager or not be able to do these moves. I do think the Dodgers will really aggressively try to get rid of David Price, because they're not going to want to carry all that money into 2022 when Seager's got to come back. You got to bring Seager back. So they'll probably be aggressive about trying to move David Price on because they don't need him. They definitely don't need him. Yeah, 40 in year one. Is it 40 in year one and 45 in two? I might have that backwards, country. That might be right. I might have that backwards. Unbelievable. Bauer is obviously smart. Mets. Listen, the Mets are going to compete, but the Mets are going to have a hard time getting through that National League East. That regular season is going to be a grind for the Mets. That National League East is going to be tough, top to bottom. The Marlins are going to be the best last place team in baseball. In the West Coast, the West, you've got the Padres are going to be tough, but they're only going to play the Padres, 16 times? After that, they're going to face the Rockies. They're going to crush them. They'll face the Diamondbacks. They'll beat up on the Diamondbacks. And the Giants, they'll beat up on the Giants. So the Dodgers are going to have a much smoother road to the World Series. So this is a good time. Good time for Dodgers fans. A lot of good stuff coming. Yeah, the NL East is stacked, and Trevor's from out there. He's happy to be home. Good for him. Dodgers fans, again, this is a big one for you guys. I have a feeling that we will be back doing a Dodgers World Series post stream when that goes down. Again, this just all signs here point to Dodgers World Series. This is the way it's going. And it's all good. Again, I don't have a dog in the fight. Kalua, welcome in, my friend. Are you pumped about this? Price is $15 million. Price is only $15 million. It is 30. Isn't it 30 million? I will check that. Let me check that. Somebody check that. I'm going to look at David Price's contract. David Price contract. I really thought he's 30 million. Let's double check that. I do want to be right on that. The David Price contract is in 2021. It's 32 million. He's got an adjusted salary. Thank you. Adjusted salary, 16 million. So his base salary, right? Because the Red Sox. Okay, thank you for correcting me on that. It is 16 million. That is easier to go. Thank you. It is not. It is 32. 32 is the base. It is adjusted to 16. He is getting money. I'm pretty sure that the Red Sox, something happened there. Does anybody remember how that was adjusted? Kalua, do you remember how was that adjusted? Red Sox are half. Okay, thank you. So there you go. So that's it. Now, so you got 16 million. Wouldn't it be funny? This would be funny. If David Price gets dealt, let's say David Price gets traded to the Blue Jays, how hysterical would it be if 3 teams are paying David Price's salary? Obviously, he doesn't care because he's getting paid. But what if you had 16 million coming from Boston? You had 8 million coming from LA because maybe LA eats some of it, and then the other 8 coming from his new team. What does that say if you got 3 teams paying your salary? But he won't care as long as those checks clear. As long as those checks clear, he's good. Jeff Passan tweeting, I think Trevor Bauer getting paid as much as some teams' entire payrolls. Good point. There are some teams that don't even have that as the payroll. Let's look at that. 2021 MLB payrolls because he will be making more than some teams. That's hysterical. And again, these payrolls can obviously be adjusted because deals still need to happen. But right now, what do we have? We have an Indians payroll of 36 million for real. Is that the number? The Indians have a payroll of 36. Pittsburgh has a payroll of 37. And Baltimore has a payroll of 39. Miami has a payroll of 45. Trevor Bauer's in that air. That's the whole team. Unbelievable. Trevor Bauer getting paid. Trevor Bauer is going off. Phil, your Rockets are paying 20. Right. Yeah. Are the Mets? Did the Mets somehow get roped into some of Trevor Bauer's salary with this whole thing? Did they accidentally slip up and they signed something and they're paying for a couple million of this? Turner to the Rays. Turner, I have a feeling is going to end up in Milwaukee. I think it would be hysterical if Turner ended up with the Mets. I can see that. I don't think he's going to go back to LA. Just the money that they're spending on Bauer, I think, prevents them from bringing Justin Turner back. And again, for the Dodgers, you move Max Muncy to third. You finally give Gavin Lux a chance to get that second base spot. You can have Rios over at third. So the Dodgers, that offense is going to be fine. I think this is this is almost even more exciting because you get to start something with Rios and Lux now, right? The best time to do that is when you don't need those guys to be super productive. Lux and Rios can struggle and get out of the gate and, have their timing off and whatever, and it'll be fine because of the rest of that lineup. They'll be okay. This is the time to develop Rios and Lux, and they'll be okay. So we'll see. This Bauer situation, big news, big one for you guys. So thank you. Thank everybody that's here. We're over 400. I appreciate you. 423. We're the official welcoming spot for Trevor Bauer to the Dodgers. We're throttling between like 450 and 380. So there's a lot of people hopping in and hopping out. I'm sure there's a lot of YouTube content right now with this deal finally being official. So thank you guys for being here. Anybody that's just coming in, hit that like. We are at 279. We need about 20 likes to just blow past 30. So if you're in here in the last few minutes and you haven't hit that like yet, but you're pumped about this Bauer deal, hit that like. Let's blow this thing past 300 and comment in the chat. Let me know what's your expectation. Is this has to be World Series or bust. Like the Dodgers are winning the World Series now. Is there any question about that? I mean, I'm a Blue Jay fan. I'd love my team to have a chance. But if my Blue Jays are going up against the Dodgers, I'm not feeling so good. Unless we go out and trade for, Jacob deGrom and Shane Bieber. That's what I need the Blue Jays to do to have a chance against the Dodgers. We are over 300. Thank you, guys. We are at 303. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the support. The likes really help. I appreciate that. So thank you, guys. This is a big one. Any news on Twitter? Again, you guys see something? I want you to say something. Let me get the Spot Track stuff out of the way. Let's take a look at Twitter real quick and see what's going on because we are monitoring. I got a bunch of notifications. What is happening? What do we got? We have some people entering my MLB The Show giveaway. Okay, we have a few of those going on. We have a lot of people entering my MLB The Show giveaway. Hop on in. On Twitter, I'm giving away 2 copies of MLB The Show 21. So if you play the game, Jim Riley Live, and check that out if you play the game. If you don't play the game, who cares? Jared, something from passing. Yes, I saw that. Let's see. The Dodgers are blasting through the luxury tax threshold with the deal. Bauer, let's see, before 205, after 240, 30 million over the threshold. And again, I don't think because of that, I don't think Turner's going to be there. Because of that, I think Turner is going to be moving on, and you're going to be okay, Dodgers fan. This is a great time to develop Rios or Lux, or both of them. This will be a great time to do that. You'll be fine without him. Dodgers are stacked for sure. We have a lot of new faces in here from when we last threw it up, but here it is. This is the thing. This is that rotation. And again, I want to point out, when you get to the playoffs, you shrink this thing down, and all opposing teams are going to see potentially are Kershaw, Bauer, and Buehler. If that's all you're throwing out in a 7-game series, that's ridiculous. In a 5-game series, that's all you're going to see. Unbelievable. This is a big move. Big move. They are over the luxury tax. I think they're going to increase odds of JT. I just don't see it, man. I don't see Kahlua. I don't see Turner. Just the money on that. They're $30 million over the threshold. I would be surprised. I think Justin Turner could certainly go back to the Dodgers, but he's going to have to take less than he's wanted. And maybe he will do that now because he looks at his team as, well, these guys are going to win the World Series without me. I need to get in that thing. I want another ring. Let's get that done. Yeah, the rotation is insane, Angel. Absolutely insane. Price is gone. JT will be back. Price could be gone. Yeah, Price goes. That would open up some money for JT. Certainly, I think you could have Turner if you get rid of Price. So we're gonna watch it. We're gonna see how it all plays out. Now, what's next? What is next? I mean, the Dodgers now gotta feel good about this. If you are a Dodger fan, Kershaw, Bauer, Buehler, unreal. A lot of confidence that JT will be back. All right. I mean, if he comes back, it's all good. Listen, I don't have a dog in the fight. It's all good if JT comes back. I would be surprised. Listen, this surprised me. So it's not like I haven't been surprised before. I did, I saw both sides of this whole Bauer thing. I was pretty confident that you couldn't completely rule the Dodgers out just because of their odds of winning the World Series. So let's take a look again. Dodgers fans, this is exciting for you guys. I am going to give you let's take another look. We haven't done this in a minute. Let's take another look at your new starter.
Picking up right where he left off, the ball up today.
And that's strike 3 called. Blew him away with a fastball.
Why not?
Little check swing and diving is Bauer. He'll get up and throw him out.
Struck him out. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And how about Trevor Bauer?
How about Trevor Bauer? Indeed, just a fantastic celebration for Trevor Bauer. This is a big one, guys.
Anytime you make a trade.
And another breaking ball.
Due to Baez.
Back to work on Duvall to 1-2.
Breaking ball. Development. Position to be in.
And a called strike 3.
There he is. There is your new starter to the LA Dodgers. Thank you guys for hopping in here. This has been a fun one. Again, we are celebrating Bauer to the Dodgers. This is a good one here. Thank you guys. This is a fun one. Dodgers and Trevor Bauer. What expectations are? World Series or bust, aren't they? Definitely got to be World Series or bust. Good one. Listen, everybody. I appreciate everybody who has been here. Thank you. Make sure you hit that like. We're at 312. Let's try to blow past 350. This is a Trevor Bauer celebration. Keep it going, guys. Find me on Twitter at Jim Riley Live. I'll have some stuff to say there as we kind of move on. I'm upstairs right now, Pro Baseball Radar. I'm upstairs. I'm in the dining room. So thank you guys for being here. If you are just finding it for the first time, make sure to subscribe. Come on in. This is going to be a nice place to stay as the season goes on. If you're a Dodgers fan, if you just love baseball, the baseball lives here. Want you guys to be a part of that. Thank you for coming in. What I'm going to do, because we have some things to take care of off screen here, I am going to give you guys some Trevor Bauer strikeouts. I'm going to encourage you to go check out Trevor Bauer's video. I believe he does have one up. Check out some other content. I'm not sure who's live right now, but on your way out, hit the like. Again, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I'm going to leave you with some Trevor Bauer strikeouts. Thank you guys for hopping in and joining for this one. I'm sorry for the abrupt ending, but like I said, we do have some things to take care of off camera. Thank you guys for being here. Go Dodgers. Go Trevor Bauer. This was a fun one. Thank you guys again. I'll leave you with some Trevor Bauer Ks. Stay close to the channel. More stuff coming. Marcell Ozuna is probably going to sign soon. I'll be back for that one. And again, Blue Jays fans that are here, we'll be back talking Jays soon. Thank you guys for being here. Here are some Trevor Bauer strikeouts, and I will see you guys. We'll see you guys again, I'm sure, very, very soon.
That just happened.
Picking up right where he left off, the ball up today.
And that's strike 3 called. Blew him away with a fastball.
Why not?
Little check swing and diving is Bauer. He'll get up and throw him out.
Struck him out. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And how about Trevor?